Hey guys, it's Tuesday, November 15th, and life is good. Um, so since last Tuesday, pretty decent amount of stuff happened. Can't really remember what happened on Wednesday. I think it was a pretty normal day, but on Thursday, I went out with a few of my friends to a club, and we just, went dancing, but my phone got stolen right out of my bag. So that really, really sucked. But, I mean, at the same time, it's kind of okay, because, most of you guys know that I complain about my phone all the time because it's a piece of junk. Well, it was a piece of junk. And I'm kind of excited that I don't have to deal with it anymore. But at the same time, it had a lot of, precious texts and photos on it that I'm kind of bummed I lost. But, whatever. I got a new phone. It's, not a significant improvement from my first, but, at least it has malfunctioned. I just don't really like the fact that it doesn't have a keypad, but whatever. Good enough. It's a Canadian phone, and for those of you that don't have my number, go onto Facebook, and it's there somewhere. It should be on my profile, and I made a group. And then what happened? Oh, Friday was fun. We had a bonding night. In my building, the top two floors were, the penthouses, and I'm on 19. The 19, 20 are the penthouses, and we had a bonding night. And it started out with going to dinner at this restaurant that was really, really good. It was vegetarian, so at first I was really skeptical, and I was like, this is going to be miserable. So, I wasn't so pleased about that, but then we got there. I had avocado quesadillas, and they were awesome, even though they got my order wrong, and I had to wait, an extra, 15 minutes, which made me really upset because I was starving because I didn't eat anything all day, so I got really, really cranky. And then I had the most epic pumpkin pie of all time. So that was a good evening. But I had to leave early because, I had to leave dinner a little bit early, because I had to get ready for Quidditch because this past weekend was a Quidditch World Cup, and we left for New York at 9:45 Friday night. So I got back and got ready in 10 minutes, which is really impressive. But what kind of stunk was that I missed tie-dyeing because my shirt's kind of far, so I'm not going to get it for you. But we got Penthouse t-shirts, and they were just plain white t-shirts that say Penthouse Till It Hurts on them. And everyone, then there was a tie-dyeing party that everyone did, but I couldn't be there for that. But someone tie-dyed one for me, so I have my shirt. So I got on the bus at 9:45, had all my stuff, was prepared to spend, the weekend in New York, sleep at my house, be at Randall's Island, and the weather said it was going to be, nice and warm, so I didn't really pack any heavy clothing at all, which was a giant mistake. But so we get to Randall's Island at 5:45 or so. I've gotten maybe 45 minutes of sleep on the bus because the chairs were supremely uncomfortable, and I was sitting next to one of my friends, but he got the window seat. So I was stuck not being able to lean on anything, and I just couldn't get comfortable, and then I was too hot, and then I was too cold, and blah, blah, blah. So I get out of the bus, and I'm freezing, and I'm tired, and it's miserable outside. And it doesn't really warm up for a very long time. But eventually, it gets much better because my family shows up. It was my parents and Jackie. And so it was really, really nice to see them again. I really missed them. And then Nani Kins showed up with a friend of his. Her name is Tara, I think. She was really, really nice. And then the McNeils showed up, and my day got so much better. And Nick grew, and it's freaking me out because he's the jolly green, teal. He's wearing a teal coat. The jolly teal giant. Nick, I'm freaking out. So tall. What is this? Ugh. Being so far away, I feel like I'm missing everything. Anyways, so McGill did pretty well. We tied our record, so we got as far as we've ever gone. We made it through the first day. We played 4 or 5 games, and we only lost one against University of Southern Florida. And then and it's okay if you lose one game that day, but then the next day is single eliminations. So you can't lose, because if you lose, then you're out. We won our first game against a school whose name I can't remember, and then we lost against University of Florida. which was really upsetting. But even though we were expecting to beat them, we didn't feel so bad about it afterwards, because that was the team that ended up beating. Playing Middlebury in the finals. But of course, Middlebury won because it's Middlebury. So that was all right. And then we leave Sunday night, and I spent some time at home, which was so nice. I was supposed to bake for my dad and everything, but because I'd gotten 45 minutes of sleep, I went to bed at 11:30, so that just wasn't happening. I was out cold. But I had a leisurely morning with my family, and picked up the clothes from home that I left behind, so that was really nice. And then we left after the finals Sunday night around 10 o'clock, got back to Montreal around 6. And at that time, I had class at 10, so it was doesn't even make sense to go to sleep at this point, so I showered, because even though I didn't even do all that much, I only scrimmaged, I didn't even play in any of the official games. Being on a bus with people that smell of sweat and feet isn't really conducive to the way you smell, so it was awful the entire time. There was a girl in front of me, I couldn't breathe. It was bad. So I got back, I showered, did my French homework for my class, my 10 o'clock class, had about 40 minutes to kill, and I was like, oh, I'll just, take a 40-minute nap, and I'll be, prepared to go to class. Just didn't wake up. It just didn't happen. I got up at the right time, and then I was like, nah, I can wait a little bit longer. Wake up 5 minutes before class starts. No, absolutely not. I got 2 hours of sleep on the way back, which is, yes, is an improvement, but it couldn't happen. So I didn't go to class. What other interesting things do I have to mention? So that was yesterday. Oh, and last night, rather, my room had gotten to the point where I needed to jump to get onto my bed, because I created this barrier of crap right in front of it, so I couldn't get onto it. There were clothes and shoes and all my books strewn all over the place. So I went on a cleaning spree, and everything's gone, and my room is so spick and span, and everything's been folded, and I did laundry, because I literally had no more underwear left. Not one pair. So I took care of that, and now I'm living like a normal human again. Oh, I forgot to mention. Wait, other side. I bought this at the World Cup. It's a little snitch with wings. I was actually going to wear it on my backpack, but I figured my nerdiness can be just confined to my room, so I'm just going to hang that there. I also got broomstick pens and a Quidditch t-shirt. So that was really, really fun. I love memorabilia. And what else do I have to mention? Yep, I still created my outline. Oh no, I think that covers it. Yeah, because today, I talked about yesterday, and today nothing particularly exciting happened. I just spent a lot of the day reading. Me and my roommate, we had a solid 3 to 4 hours where we were just sitting in our room in the dark reading, not talking at all. All the lights were off, and then one of our other friends comes into the room, and she's like, what is going on in this cave? Sorry if you can hear the sirens. So that was actually really nice, and then we watched America's Sweethearts together, which is one of my favorite chick flicks, and that was that, and we got dinner, and I have to go write a French essay, so I'm gonna go take care of that, and sorry for the long video again. I don't even know why I'm apologizing. Getting to see me is awesome, so see you guys, love ya!